It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales, Kitchen Lane USA, Advanced Car Care, Smouse Brothers, and United Plumbing. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hi there. Good morning to you on Monday. I hope you had a fantastic weekend, and we're going to start another work week in the year 2026. Get used to it. We're going to do a lot of this.
Here we are. Springfield-based Valiant Group is considering buying the controversial corner at Sunshine and National, owned currently by BK&M. CEO Josh Manning says that he was approached by the current owner, who is looking to step away after a years-long dispute about what to put at that corner and many lawsuits with the neighbors who live nearby. Manning is planning to meet with the University Heights Neighborhood Association tomorrow to gauge support, or potentially the lack thereof. No deal has been signed, but Valiant says if it moves forward, the property would be used only for housing. That would likely give the neighborhood what they were hoping for.
Well, then the question is, what kind of housing?
Yeah.
And I don't know that they would like apartments, so I don't know. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know what his plan is, but it seems like a step in a direction that they would appreciate.
All right. We'll find out. The Greene County Commission has officially adopted its 26 budget, totaling $262 million. That's about $3.3 million more than last year, with pay raises and election costs driving up much of the increase. The sheriff's office receives the largest boost, followed by the county clerk and the prosecutor's office. The county says not all funding requests could be met, but people and public safety remain their top priorities.
All right. And tonight, the Springfield City Council is expected to consider putting a revised hotel tax on the April ballot, going back on the ballot, it seems. The proposed 3% tax would fund a downtown convention and event center that the city's been talking about a lot over the last several months at the current expo site. So it would be kind of connected to the expo center. Unlike last fall's failed measure, this version of the tax would expire after 35 years and would include operations and maintenance. The city says some feedback shows that voters may support the idea if they have more details about it. And I know a lot of people didn't want the tax to be, in perpetuity. So a sunset may be something that people are more apt to agree with. But at any rate, the council will talk about it tonight, but it's likely going to show up in April. If I were a betting man.
I think you're right about that. I feel like for the fact that we're still talking about it says to me, yes.
Yeah, and make some minor adjustments and try it again. Construction is now underway. This is a neat story on the new St. Louis Children's at Cox Health Specialty Care Center in Springfield. The 133,000 square foot facility located on East Primrose is set to open next summer, so not in 26, but in 27, over the summer there. It will bring specialized pediatric care under one roof for Cox Health. It will reduce the number or the need, I should say, for families to travel out of the region to get that kind of care. The project is backed by a partnership with Washington University and a $5 million private donation.
Okay. The Missouri Department of Conservation is asking for help solving a poaching case in Carter County. An adult bull elk was illegally shot and left to waste at Peck Ranch Conservation Area, I should say, in late November. They do believe that this was a deliberate act, not a hunting mistake. Operation Game Thief is offering a $15,000 reward for information on that case that leads to a conviction.
That's a pretty big deal. I mean, I know they're trying to bring elk back to the state of Missouri, and you can't just shoot them.
No, especially an adult bull elk, because
Right.
trying to pre-populate. The owner of Springfield's Hotel of Terror is turning in thousands of signatures to fight up against eminent domain. As you remember, Sterling Mathis says that he wants to move forward with that. He's collected 2,400 signatures so far, which is more than was required. The city, as you know, wants to buy that property to knock it down and replace a deteriorating bridge as part of the Renew Jordan Creek project. They say that it is in poor condition and they have to tear down the Hotel of Terror in order to replace it. City officials have 20 days to verify the petition signatures before the issue returns to council or goes to voters.
Yeah, they can't. They just can't. The owner and the city can't agree on a number because initially, I think they offered him $2 million for the building. He said he looked into it, and by the time he would relocate to a different building and get all set up, it would cost him $4 million. So he wants quite a bit more from the city than they're willing to offer. So here we are, a bit of a stalemate.
I didn't remember the millions. I just remembered them offering, obviously less than what he thought it was worth. So, I mean, I guess it's actually hard to move your clientele, That's a tough.
Well, I mean, he's got to take into account starting from scratch somewhere else and all of that. So, I mean, I don't know where he got his numbers, but that's what he's sticking to, and the city is sticking to theirs. So, what do you do?
Yeah. Lake Ozark is moving forward with a major cleanup of the Bagnell Dam Strip after receiving a $300 state grant. The Community Development Block Grant will help pay for demolishing 23 long, vacant, and unsafe buildings in the area. All of the properties are owned by Reese Development, which is contributing an additional $133,000 to that project. City leaders say the demolitions will improve safety and clear the way for future redevelopment. Work is expected to start sometime this year.
Yeah, that's a downside about kind of touristy places is that when stuff gets run down, people just leave town and leave it, and you're kind of stuck with it. So to clear that out and make way for new development,
someone would be interested in that. I mean, with as popular as of an area that is.
You would think. Would think once they spruce it up. Missouri lawmakers proposing what is really a symbolic change to the state's official football team. Uh-oh. You know where this is going. You know where this is headed. It's souring as we speak, the relationship is. The resolution would honor the St. Louis Battlehawks.
Never even heard of them. I've lived in Missouri for 18 years. Never heard of them.
They're in the XFL, which is a different league. I think is it still the XFL?
I don't know, but the fact that you're actually asking the question says everything you need to know.
Yeah, well, they are a second-tier football team, but they could be Missouri's official football team. That, of course, because the Kansas City Chiefs are planning to move to Kansas. That'll happen fairly soon. The measure does not create law or spend any money, so it is symbolic. It reflects the frustration many Missouri lawmakers and people in Missouri have over the Chiefs' decision to move states. It would need approval from both chambers of the legislature as well as the governor to take effect. So we'll see if it does. I doubt it. When the Chiefs leave, the Battlehawks will be Missouri's only professional football team because St. Louis lost the Rams years ago. And now the Chiefs are moving across state lines. Of course, they'll still be in Kansas City. So. And then this is a big week. I love this weekend that's upcoming because it's the Bass Pro Tournament of Champions. It's going to tip off Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday are games. And man, the teams are stacked this year. This year's field includes 5 of the nation's top 8 high school basketball teams. Think about that.
That's cool.
5 of the nation's top 8 basketball teams are in Springfield this week. They will be playing in the strongest field ever for the Tournament of Champions when they've been doing it. I think this is 41 years, I think, something like that. A couple of local schools will be in the mix. Good luck to them. Kickapoo and Logan Rogersville will be representing our area in the Tournament of Champions. It is not going to be easy for them to win it all. In fact, the last time that happened was 2005, our first year, Sarah and me, to be in Springfield. As a year we each moved here separately and then met at KY3.
And then married?
It was a good year.
And had babies?
It was a good year.
Oh, man.
2005.
It's a good year.
Been here 20 years. More than that now. We're working on our 21st.
Gosh. That's crazy.
It is crazy. Yeah.
Oh, man. I never planned to stay here.
This is
And
our
look at me
21st
now.
year.
Look at me now.
Well, in TV, especially in the early days of TV when we were in it, it had just been invented, and it was a very nomadic business. You didn't start in a market like Springfield, even though it's a mid-sized market. You started someplace really small, and you worked your way up to a Springfield, and then eventually to a St. Louis or Kansas City. The times have changed in TV. It's different now, but alas, those were the stories that we tell.
Yes, the stories that we tell, the good old days, as it were.
Yeah, we had dinner with Ned and with Lisa, and their significant others. Not last week, the week before, and it was great. We were just, you talk about the good old days and the way it used to be.
Yeah.
The way it used to be and all the fun stories that we had. It was a great time and awesome to see them.
Yep. Very fun. Very fun. All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in and for taking the trip down memory lane with us. We'll be back here tomorrow with news and weather with Abby Dyer right after this. So stay tuned for that. Have a fantastic day.